Hi everyone, this is today's question. We have a right triangle with sides 3, 4, 5 is the hypotenuse. So we've got a right triangle, a right angle. We extend the line to the hypotenuse to form another right angle. Given the measurements 3, 4, and 5, what's the length of that line? And whenever I teach, I always decide, should I put the papers on a table and point at the papers, or should I have the camera pointed at me and I hold up the papers to the camera? There's advantages to each. The one problem with the camera pointing at me is people might confuse me with my evil twin. That's my evil twin. And as long as you don't confuse us, there should not be too much of a problem of me looking at the camera. Sometimes I have to turn the paper towards me to see what I'm doing. Anyway, what I do is I call this X A from to the center, not to the center to where this line meets, I call that X. As that hypotenuse is 5, I call this little bit 5 minus X. And what I do now, there's two small triangles. I make two equations using Pythagoras in each. So like x squared plus h squared equals 4 squared. That is that's from this triangle. And from that triangle, 5 minus x squared plus h squared equals 3 squared. That's where 3 would be the hypotenuse in this triangle. And then I just simplify. What I do is I make h squared the subject of the sentence for both, which means I bring things across and change the sign. So I've got h squared behind the equal sign. As both of these equal h squared, I can equate these two equations. 16 minus x squared equals 9 minus 5 minus x in a bracket squared. And now I just simplify the right side. I multiply out that bracket and I change the signs because of this negative side. For example, minus 5x is minus 10x, and that minus will make it plus 10x. So there it is simplified. And 9 minus 25 gives me minus 16. So we have these two equations. And then, teeth have more than one use. And what I can do is, luckily, the x squared on each side can cancel out. That makes it much simpler. So we have 16 equals 10x minus 16. And I bring that 16 to the other side. So we've got 16 plus 16, which is 32 equals 10x. We divide each side by 10. X equals 32 over 10, which is 3.2. And that 3.2 will be plugged into this equation because it's easiest. And we've got h squared equals 16 minus 3.2 squared. And with a calculator, I got h squared equals 5.76. H is the root of 5.76. Therefore, h equals 2.4. And of course, with these two equations, I could choose, should I isolate h then solve for x, or should I isolate x to solve for h? I just found the algebra is easier if I isolated with h, or rather the h squared. So there's the answer, 2.4. Thank you for watching, and talk to you all soon.